Hey everybody, welcome to another video review. This is a segment 3, I believe, of my Blood Rage painted miniature review. So we did the Wild Boar Clan last segment, which is a Kickstarter exclusive, the hardest set to get. This is not exclusive to Kickstarter. It's called a 5th player expansion. So normally, Blood Rage is a 4-player game, but there are rule expansions that allow you to play with 5 players. Now, obviously, there's only 4 clans out of the box, and so if you did not buy the Kickstarter exclusive, you don't have the Wild Boar clan, which means you can't really play 5th player. You don't have the the clans to do it, and so they sold a 5th player expansion with a unique clan, which is awfully nice of them. This is the Ram clan. So this is, again, not limited. You can buy it. However, these guys here are limited. You can only get them with the 5th player expansion. I think there's a little monster set. So because, again, you have a 5th player, there's a lot of ramifications of this. You need to have more cards because there's more players, and they give you a little bit more monsters. So because of that, they give you extra Dark Elf, extra Soldier of Hell, extra Dwarf Chieftain. But again, you have to buy that. And so if you buy that little tiny expansion, you get those 3 monsters, basically version 2s of the Dwarf Chieftain, Elven Lord, and the Sword of Hell. And then in that little box, you get these 3-dimensional tokens. So they kind of, I don't know, maybe nickel and dime you a little bit. They try to get you to buy every little thing. But of course, I got all of them. So again, for this one, I do not have any unpainted versions to show you because, once again, you have to buy these. I have unpainted versions for the regular clans because, of course, I bought my own version to play, and then Top Miniatures bought a set as well to paint, so it kind of saves me from having to ship it over to them. I would have spent as much money probably shipping the Blood Rage board game as them just simply buying another set. Okay, so as before, we're going to show the paint job. Hopefully this will be a little bit faster than the first one. I think the first one was a little bit excited, and it is the Wild Boar clan, which not many people paint the Wild Boar clan. You have to actually own it. I think there's only maybe one or 2 other professionally done ones that I've seen out there. So really nice. So I'm going to put it against the black, so hopefully you can see it better. So this is the Ram clan leader. As all clan leaders do, they have a totem, and here you see the skull of the ram right there. You also see a little bit of nice fine detail, the little medallion or something like that etched on the forehead. It's a nice touch. Here he is in all his glory. Again, beautiful detailing work. Hopefully I'm really showing it off. Here's the base. You can see it's not just grass and dirt. Sometimes they put a little bit of like a broken, almost ruins or something like that they're standing on. You can see the ram's insignia on the shield, the chainmail. And again, the thing that blows my mind, I think you can now appreciate that he actually had the pupils, the little details of the eyes. Here's the back. This is all plastic, so the detail achieved on something like this when you're painting on just plastic versus resin is pretty remarkable. Okay. The problem, of course, with these is because they are plastic, the swords or spears or totems tend to be a little bit soft. They tend to be a little bit wobbly. If it really bothers you, you could blow dry, high setting for a few seconds, and it kind of makes it mushy, a little bit softer. You can gently straighten it, and then that takes care of it. Not sure if I want to do that yet. I don't want to risk the beautiful paint job. And this guy's straight enough for me. Okay, so that's the clan leader. So let's go to warrior version 1, type 1, so to speak. So I'm holding the camera with one hand. I have to do everything one-handed. I have to be careful. Here you go, ram warrior. Kind of holding the battle axe. Beautiful job, beautiful weathering. Pretty stunning. I hope I can get through this entire series without doing anything stupid like dropping the miniature or something. Now they are lacquered and sealed, so simple little tiny drops shouldn't be too much problem. You can see the little dust already, little dust bunnies kind of down there, stuff like that. Like I said, the front part is always a bit more interesting, in my opinion, than the back. The back is mainly just the back is just basically the cloak, mainly just texture work, but still done beautifully. Look at that. Here he is. It looks like he's got a chain across his chest right there. All right, very good. Okay, this is number 2. Use the back as background so the details pop a little bit more. Again, beautiful work. Who's next? Warrior number 3, please. Step on up. Here you can see that the base is a little bit different. There's a little bit more ruins down here. So again, the pattern seems to be there's 2 bases, one with grass and dirt, and the other one with some fragments of stone and ruins with engravings on it. Here he is. I can only imagine the labor that goes into this, how much time it takes to sit there, behind essentially a magnifying glass. I don't know whether they use loupes or not. But it's going to be bright light, magnifying glass, and then just sort of putting in that painstaking detail. I don't even know if you can airbrush this. It's so tiny. I mean, I guess you can airbrush almost anything, but this is pretty tiny. You have to have a lot of control to be able to, I think, achieve the detailing. I wonder, I suspect a lot of this is hand painted, which is, that is crazy if that's true, but I think it may be true. So again, giving credit to the artist, Mina, did an incredible job. Okay, come on. So here you can see a lot more obvious base work. It's the same bases on all of the minis. In terms of the stonework, very nice. So again, in order for them to do this, understand the labor involved, all of these are plastic miniatures. So basically they come attached to a plastic base. And the next review, when I do one of the 4 normal clans, I'll actually break out the unpainted version, and you'll be able to sort of compare. But in order for them to actually put the extra detail, the base requires all that extra work. They did it for so many, it is insane. Like 70 plus, they had to do these bases. It must have taken like a whole day just for that, I think. So in order to do that, they had to actually cut the feet. They had to cut the miniature off the base, actually cut the plastic, and then build up the base, and then glue the feet back onto the base. And so, during shipping, there was a few mishaps where the figure would break off the base just because, again, it's no longer all of one plastic mold or one plastic cast. Now, of course, you've cut the feet off and you've glued it. And during the international shipping and the shaking, despite the amazing packaging that Top Miniatures put together, a few of the minis, the feet did come off. But again, it came off very clean, and then you just put a little touch of super glue with a toothpick, and you put them back on the base, and it's completely invisible. This happened to one of the miniatures in this set, and I'm going really, really close, and I challenge you to see if you can find the one miniature where his feet did come off and I had to re-glue him. Again, I think they did a fantastic job, and the way it broke, you really cannot see. Okay, sorry for that little bit of blur. So as you can see, this guy looks a little bit different, huh? He doesn't have the same mustache or braid color. So there Mina is adding a little bit of variety. Okay, going to be a blast to play. So those are the 4 warriors of Type A. Now we're ready for Type 2, version 2. I don't know. I have to figure out a better way of describing it, So I guess the second warrior type. This is a nice one. He's double wielding warhammers. Kind of reminds me of a dwarf almost, huh? Here again, you can see the stonework, the nice base. Kind of appreciate again. So maybe it's just me. Wow, look at all the little details on the sword sheath, the armor, the little metal around the hair. I am just floored still. Maybe after I show off like the 70th minifigure, I'll start repeating myself, but it's just so floored by all the little tiny pieces of detail that, they're able to put in here. I don't know how long you can keep doing this. What's the shelf life for somebody who does this for a living? It's just crazy. At some point, doesn't your eyes get burned out? Don't you get tired? Like, how many hours can you do this before you just have to stop? But look at that. Pretty amazing. Okay. Your turn to shine. Different hairstyle, different hair color. Very nice. I think this probably does justice to the paint job a lot more than just taking some photos. You can even see the horn over his left hip. Very good. Okay, your turn. Number 3. So as you can see, this one doesn't have the stone base. So yeah, I was thinking, the ram, looking at the paint. And again, I'm discovering this along with you because when I first, of course, got it, it was overwhelming. You're just trying to unpackage all the different minis and make sure there's no damage, repair whatever damage you do see, like by gluing that back onto the base, stuff like that. But you're just overwhelmed, by the entire thing. But now, sort of taking my time, I'm getting to appreciate the paint job with you. It seems like the Ram clan is a lot more geared toward armor or defense, which is sort of what, it makes sense. That's what I think about when I see Ram. And I kind of love how the armor has a lot of the Ram motif. They're very heavily armored. The helmet has the Ram, next, Ram's horns next to them. So definitely a lot more armor detail than the wild boar, which is, and again, in the wild boar, right, the motif is kind of this charging, and they have the soldier that's running at you. So, props to the sculptors, the art design people, for kind of giving a very distinct flavor, unique flavor to each clan. You really separate them. You can tell them apart pretty easily, based on the soldiers, They each have this very, very unique identity. Hope I'm not making you dizzy or nauseous by doing this. But it is kind of hard to rotate them with one hand, And they're so small, I think this is the best way to appreciate them and not put them, for instance, on a turntable and just like turn, because even if I did have one that was that small, it's just harder to focus and appreciate. I think in my hand, for some reason, my camera just focuses a lot better. So this is the Mystic. Again, this does not come out of the box. You have to buy it. I think these guys come in the Mystics of Midgard expansion pack. They give you the shamans for every clan, including the 5th player expansion, the Ram clan, except for the Wild Boar. The Wild Boar shamans actually come with the clan itself. Showing you the base. So this is pretty good. I think that's a drum, right? I think some sort of hide drum, and then he's using the bone, of course, to beat on it. Very shaman-like or mystic-like. You can see sort of the gold detail, the gold highlights. Very nice. Look at that. Look at his boots. All right. Cool. Let's go to the last shaman. Again, slightly different color design. Make them a little bit more unique. Very good. So those are the soldier types and the shamans. And of course, let's take a look at the ship. Again, not much to it. I do really like the fact that they glossed and lacquered the base so that it looks like wet water. And then you have, of course, the green sail and then the longboat. My can't believe they actually carved all these people. Can you count them? I think there's 16 total, 8 people, rowboats, 8 rowers on each side. Okay, very good. And then of course we have our token, 3D tokens. I think Top Miniature did a beautiful job, Mina did a beautiful job. You have to keep it like a ram, you want to keep it green, but just a little bit more texture, you know? I wanted a little bit more punch. So, believe it or not, I even paid to have this little thing painted. All right. Looking good. Another clan down. Beautiful. This is what you put, by the way, to keep track of your rage and glory and whatnot on your clan sheet. And then this is the glory token that you put on the board, on the actual board itself, to keep track of the glory that you've earned. Again, I really like the skull, you know, detailing. Okay, so let's have everybody sort of come up and get their close-up. The leader, the 2 warrior types, and then the shaman. I'm gonna get these guys out of the way. Okay. So this is it. This is the Ram clan. Let's get everybody kind of settled here. So, leader. I think we need to show him like this. Soldier. Soldier. Shaman. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Looks like I wasn't able to get this done too much quicker. It just takes a certain amount of time to show you all of them and sort of appreciate the effort and the detail that goes into each one. It's another 25 minutes, give or take. Okay, until next time, do take care. I think, what should we do? Let's do Raven Clan next time. The ones with the big spears. That's going to be something else. Okay, take care. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.